Welcome into the live stream here from McCready and Siskey, powered by Rain Total Body Fuel. I'm Neal. That is Tyler.
What it is, sir?
I'm making sure that people can hear us. Had a little bit of an audio issue this morning on our show with Blue Sky Live with Jeffrey and Chase. So in the event that they can't hear us, we'll know soon.
Yeah, we'll find out.
But I think it's okay.
Can we get a thumbs up if y'all can hear us in the chat today?
Yeah, someone just let us know you can hear us. That would help a lot.
You put my man's mind at ease. Let's see here.
See, Blake. Yeah, they hear us. Okay.
All right, good. All right, we're good. We're golden. We're Gucci.
Yeah, Blake, you're. I mean, all due respect, you're really missing the point of the adding a Mississippi State podcast to the network. It's one of those things where 99% of the people get it. The 1% that don't get it are really overthinking it. So I'll explain it quickly.
Okay, go ahead.
Since we're not recording yet.
You may want to wait till we start recording.
No. It's really simple. We have some people who in the past have wanted to advertise with MPW Digital. They've wanted to get on the morning show, Blue Sky Live, which is an Ole Miss show.
Yep.
Their concern has been, it's kind of the NIL conversation a little. Their concern has been, well, if we advertise on an Ole Miss show and we don't advertise on a Mississippi State show, it's going to look like we're playing favoritism, and money's money. And they've always said, is there a Mississippi State show that you could steer us to? And we're like, no, I mean, we don't know. No. And so this is an opportunity for us to go, yeah, there is. In fact, you can just put the same reader on their podcast, and that can alleviate the concerns of your patrons who are Mississippi State people, right? It's really that simple. It doesn't impact anything other than twice a week that show's going to pop up in the feed. Because here's the reality. There are very few people, I would think, and if you're one of these people, God, I love you. But there are very few people who are listening to every show we do. Because we do shows, lots of shows, frankly, that are not Ole Miss shows. This show is not an Ole Miss show. It's just not. And it is every week here lately the second, third, and fourth most viewed and listened to show that we do at MPW Digital. The first is our postgame show.
Yep.
Bourbon South that Chase does. It's not an Ole Miss show. It's a show about bourbon.
I mean, they don't talk about hotty-totty bourbons?
I mean, they might at some point, but no.
They don't drink bourbon anywhere else but Oxford, Neal.
Mine, I'm pretty sure. Well, Kentucky's coming to town.
Oh,
yes.
I've heard. Yeah.
Mind on My Money's not an Ole Miss show. The Josh Hendrickson show is not an Ole Miss show. Yeah, he works at Ole Miss, but we don't talk about Ole Miss. We talk about here lately the craziness of our world. So that's kind of my point with it, but it is what it is. It's fine.
All good, dog. It's that 10%. Just remember, it's that 10%. I bet you we could do a research project, because in the recruiting world, Neal, we like to do research projects.
Yes.
To try to find some kind of, some like tendencies.
Brian says, no, it's a Hugh Freeze show, which is fair here lately. That's a fair criticism.
I bet you could find some tendencies of the people who complain about it, like legit complain. I'll bet you'll find the same people don't watch this show and bitch about me being on here from Binocular Gate. I bet there's a high correlation.
Yeah, and I think, frankly, I think it's less than 1%.
Let it go.
It's all good.
Let it go.
All right, so we're gonna do a show here. Got a lot of programming coming your way on MPW Digital, as we mentioned. The show we got. What's it? MPW Digital Extra follows us at 1:00. Barrett Salee joins. Justin Rowland from the Kentucky rival site joins. Justin's great. AJ McCarron
from MPW Digital.
AJ joins, former Alabama quarterback. Who else? Matthew Stevens covers Illinois for Illini guys. We talk Big Ten, talk the whole UNLV thing, good bit. And then Ben Mintz with his weekly visit from Barstool. So a lot coming your way. Butcher versus the Dance Instructor, Pete's Pigskin Preview, hand raised guys. Whole lot of stuff coming your way here at MPW Digital. So we'll get rolling here.
Let's do it.
Welcome into episode 213 of McCready and Siskey, powered by Rain Total Body Fuel. I'm Neal McCready. That is Tyler Siskey here on this Thursday. A little after 11 a.m., a little early start for us today because, honestly, I've got a basketball media opportunity thing around 3 o'clock that I've got to go to.
Congratulations.
I'm thrilled, and it'll be fun. We'll talk some basketball here 2 months before anybody plays a game, and go from there. So yeah, we'll be with you for a little while here today. We're gonna make our picks. Got a special guest to help me make my picks. So we'll have some fun here on the show. I hope everybody's having a great week as your week starts to wind down. And thanks for being with us. We really appreciate it. We're brought to you by Rain Total Body Fuel. Speaking of people we appreciate, they've been with us for 213 episodes now. 300 milligrams natural caffeine, BCAAs, electrolytes, zero sugar. Rain has what you need to push your limits and achieve your goals. So please check them out on Instagram at Rain Body Fuel to learn more.
Neal, it is Make It Rain Thursday, so you know I'm coming in hot with the Rain Red Dragon Inferno. Going with the leaded. This is the heavy. This is the heavy of the heavy. This is ready to go. This will get your mind right. You can literally run a marathon without training after you drink one of these things. Okay, I mean this is
that is absolutely not true.
Yeah,
let me say that is absolutely inaccurate.
It's a joke, but it will get your mind right.
It will get your mind right.
It will get your mind right.
It might get you through the first mile of the marathon.
You may run. Matter of fact, you may run the first mile in like 2 minutes and 15 seconds.
But around mile 7, you're going to go. You know, I probably should.
I probably should train.
I probably should have trained.
When all the BCAAs and electrolytes leave your body, you will be wishing you trained. Neal, the Cooper Chevrolet chat is already bumping. It's going to be hot today. I'm excited about our special guest today. I know you are excited about your special guest today, but the Cooper Chevrolet chat is already bumping. And to remind everybody, you can choose from over 8 brand new Chevy Trailblazers at Cooper Chevrolet. They are starting at only $25,000 after up to $4,000 off, or you can get up to a super low 1.9% APR plus no payments for 90 days. Call our good friends at Cooper Chevrolet at area code 256-236-4481. Also, as we all know, our good friend Brandon at PTG Outdoors, they are a proud sponsor of McCready and Siskey. PTG Outdoors, they are a Camus boats dealer. They have both fresh and saltwater boats. They sell and service Mercury outboards. They do custom marine electronic installations with Garmin, Humminbird, and Low Ranch products. You can get all of your fishing needs and custom golf cart retrofits that will replace all of the batteries with a single lithium battery. They have locations in Grenada, Mississippi, and more importantly, go to their online store. I talked to Brendan the other day. Here soon, they're fixing to get all of their hunting SKUs, like a gazillion hunting SKUs. They're about to have a full-fledged hunting seasons coming around the corner. You can get all of your outdoor needs at PTG Outdoors. Call the guys. Go see them at ptgoutdoors.com or call them at 662-459-9311.
Awesome.
Let's go. Make it rain Thursday. Make it rain. All right, Neal. We're going to start this bad boy off. I couldn't help it. I know you probably talked about it. I know you talked about it a little bit yesterday. We've had more come out. I don't know if y'all talked about it this morning or not.
We did not talk about it this morning. I talked about it extensively with Matthew Stevens. That'll appear in a couple hours.
Okay. So you're on it. Yeah. So the UNLV situation, late, I guess this would have been Tuesday night after our show. Late Tuesday night, it was announced that Matthew Sluka, the starting quarterback for UNLV, has decided basically he called it self-redshirt. He's going to redshirt, and I call it quitting. Let's call it what it is, right? He quit. Why did he quit? It depends on who. I immediately had some text messages that I woke up to on Wednesday morning from 2 people that would know. And they were 2 totally different. At the time, there were 2 totally different text messages. One said, hey, he wanted more money and went to him asking for more money because they were undefeated and playing well, and they wasn't going to give it to him, so he dipped. The other one said he didn't get the money he was promised. Well, actually, I was like, well, that's 2 different things. But now as the story comes out, hell, they think they were both on the same path, right?
This is where I do my divorce theory.
Yeah.
If you talk to a couple that got divorced, okay, the divorce is fresh. You talk to her, you will get one account.
Yep.
You turn around and talk to him, you will get a different account. And the truth, usually, not always, but usually, is somewhere in the middle.
The truth, my friends, lies somewhere in the middle. Here's my deal, okay? I'm gonna say this. A lot of fans are pissed off. You see, I mean, a lot of people have strong takes on this. He quit on his team, and then it's like, well, hey, they didn't pay him his money. It's almost like political, like they pay everybody has to pick a side. I don't feel sorry for anybody. I don't feel sorry for them. If you've listened to this show longer than like 3 episodes, we've said it. We'll say it again. Be careful what you wish for because you just may get it. Matt is this quarterback was a hired mercenary. Okay. He showed up in July. Okay.
Yeah.
He showed up in July. So he's literally been on campus there for what, 2.5 months? July, August, and part of September, 2.5 months.
Yep. Former Holy Cross quarterback.
He has no loyalty to UNLV. And this is when I've gone back to when you do the portal, there's reasons you're in the portal. Okay. Going in the portal is a selfish act. Okay. So for the people that are on our own team, he quit the team, and I can't believe he did that. What did you expect? He left his team to go get more money or whatever it is. He committed a selfish act 2 months ago. Do you think
it's what
he's doing?
That's why I'm inclined to believe a decent amount of his account, because he left Holy Cross to go to Las Vegas. I mean, he didn't have any ties there. He went there for money.
Right.
He didn't go there to become a better pro prospect. He went there for money. So he obviously got promised something. And this is where there's a lot of this happening, and without contracts, you don't know who's telling the truth here.
Correct.
There's no way to definitively know unless there's a recording or unless there's some documentation. There's no way to really definitively know about what exactly was agreed to. I have a tendency to sort of believe both parties, that he believed that he was promised a certain amount of money that he subsequently not received. And I believe some of the UNLV account that some of the people there who would have known about this were not informed.
Agree. So look, and it depends on who you ask, right? So his agent wanted, they asked for $100,000. Okay. And this is what I believe to have occurred. Okay. We've said this. I tried to get Cole to find what episode we talked about it on. If we got any super fans out there that know the exact episode, that'd be awesome, because I wanted to clip this for social media. We did an episode I think it was in the early spring, to be honest with you, Neal. We talked about recruiting on credit. You remember that? We talked about teams. We made the comment, recruiting on credit, that teams are out there prompt.
Oh, yes.
Coaches.
Almost everyone.
Most everyone.
Mm-hmm.
So what happens is the coaches will go out and they're recruiting a kid, and they know, hey, to get this kid, they don't really have authority to say we have this amount of money to do that. And they get the kid, and they don't really, it'll work itself out. Or we'll if it works out and he's our starting guy, we'll take care of him. Well, in this case, it didn't happen. The collective never agreed to that. All right. And so from a coaching standpoint,
he never knew that the collective didn't.
He didn't. He was completely blind
right.
about it, right?
I think he took the assistant coach's word for
it. He did. Okay. So he did that. So the assistant coach, they didn't have the communication with the collective. From the collective standpoint, they're like, we never made a contract. Our hands are clean. Cool. From the coaching standpoint, that's probably not very good recruiting, if that word gets out on that part. But here's the other thing, is before we say it's not the kid's fault. Well, it is. He hired a shitty-ass agent, okay? That agent, that is bad. That is agent malpractice to not have anything in writing. That's agent malpractice to not have anything in writing. So it's a shitty agent, and he didn't even know the rules, but it's a shitty agent work. And then we're waiting until this should have been. And then the other thing is everybody's afraid of confrontation. Okay. Why did it have to take till going into the 4th game of the season?
Well, here, in fairness to him, I don't think it did. I'm a little sourced on this one. I think there were questions being asked even before game 1.
But I'm saying he shouldn't have. The sit out part, the threatening to sit out, should have taken place beforehand.
I think it did.
But he should have done it instead of doing it now, because he's going to hurt himself.
Well, he did it now because if he plays one more game, he doesn't have any leverage.
But here's the problem.
I'm not defending anybody. I'm just keeping it honest, which is I think there's a lot of blame here to go around. And look, he clearly agreed to something. Yeah, agent's bad, whatever, but I don't necessarily fault the kid for having a bad agent. These kids don't know who's a good agent and who's a bad agent. You know this, you've been around this. There are a lot of people around college athletics who are slimy. And it's really hard sometimes to figure out who's not slimy and who is slimy. And by the time you're in, it's a little late. I mean, you've seen that. I mean,
but usually the ones that are dealing with that kind of money.
Yeah.
I mean, if he was dealing with, this was a $25,000 transaction, different conversation. Quarterback, I just there's bad advice.
I think that, look, it's and I'm careful when I say this because I have no issue at all with the kids getting their bag. Get your bag,
please.
Everybody get your bag. But the sport needs some. It needs some. We've talked about this to the point of it being just like old. It needs some regulation. And without it, you're going to have stuff like this. And if guys feel like they didn't get what they were promised, the only leverage they have is to not play. That's it. And so, you know, and yeah, I mean, does it look bad for him that he quit on his team? Sure. If he wants to get paid and he thinks he can play college football and get paid, and whether he can or can't, I have no idea. But if he thinks he can, his only leverage at this point is not to play another down.
I agree, by the way, on the leverage of not playing. What I disagree with and where I think one of the major agent malpractices was, and this is what I was talking about, lack of confrontation, is if he has any aspirations of playing beyond college football, this is going to hurt him by, quote unquote, quitting on his team. This is going to hurt him moving forward in the NFL process.
Yeah.
And so that's what I was saying, lack of confrontation. This shit should have been decided and settled one way or the other, where I'm not playing or you're paying me. That should have been settled before he went out there. This is a bad light. It could have been settled 3 or 4 weeks ago. That's where that's another part of where the malpractice took. And then before anybody, and this is the other thing, this one, I'm going to go high. I'm going to piss everybody off on this one. For everybody saying the guy, oh, he's only thrown for 44%. Who the hell does he like? How many videos of podcasts and tweets from media people? He's only a 44% passer. This guy sucks. For all you people out there, this guy has thrown 48 freaking passes to start the year. He's 21 or 48. So if he completes 5 more passes of those that were incomplete, if there were just 5 completions is the difference right now in him being a 60% passer or whatever. So know a little bit about football before you start going hot takes on the oh, he sucks, he's only thrown for 44%. Stop looking at stats and watch the damn game. Like, that's 5 completions difference between being a 60% passer and a 44% passer. So hold that shit. So there you go. I'm red dragon flowing. They also lost, and here's the thing, this is not going to be the last one. Bear Alexander is just, and I know
his deal's different.
Yeah. I know where his is coming from. But look, the guy's transferred now is going to be like 7-8 times, whatever it is, in 7-8 years, whatever it is. As Clay or somebody texted me that. One of my guys texted me that. Maybe it was Weldon.
Yeah, he played for like 4 high schools. I mean, his deal is,
if it looks like a duck,
yeah,
it walks like a duck, and quacks like a duck.
There are people around him who are.
That's where I'm getting at.
Who are completely.
He's getting very bad.
Unbalanced.
Yes.
In this case, I actually do feel for the kid.
Now, you talking about hurting yourself moving forward?
Yeah, big time.
And he's talented, right? And I mean, he's good. But
he's the kind of player that would, if he could go someplace and get away from some of that and just go get in the right environment. But look, that's a tale as old as time. I mean, I can name people that I've covered. I mean, one comes to mind immediately here. Huh? Yeah, that had.
Who is it?
I don't want to do that to the guy. It's not fair.
I don't.
He had NFL talent, but he did not have NFL type. He did not have good people around him, and he was incredibly pliable, and it just didn't go well. You know, and it was not surprising.
It rarely does.
And yeah, when those I feel for those kids. It's the kids that have really good support structures, good parents and stuff. They have a massive advantage over those that don't.
Yeah, and Yeah, Cole, that's what we're talking about. Cole McGee in the Cooper Chevrolet chat said the running back is also not playing and using his red shirt. Agree. He was an NC State transfer that transferred to UNLV. Same thing. This is not going to be the last one, and I'm not talking about the last one at UNLV. This is not going to be the last one. You have a lot of guys around the country. We talked about it months ago, recruiting on credit. And now that the time that the payments are due, okay, and you have coaches, you have and this is kind of tying everything together. When you have agents that don't know what they're doing, okay, that are making verbal agreements with coaches and not the correct people, the collectives and things like that, when the payments are due, we're going to be like, hey, wait a minute here. What's going on? Why aren't we getting our money? And then all of a sudden you have things like lawsuits in Florida. This is where all this comes up. And so it's a lack of communication. It's a lack of organization. It's a lack of knowledge really on all parties, okay? And it's because of the system, the way we've set it up, okay? We've said it 1,000 times. It's because of the system, the way we've set it up, okay? We as in college football. But for me personally, I don't give a shit, okay? I don't feel sorry for anybody. People that know what they're doing have been warning about this for a long time.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
And they refuse to accept it. They refuse to acknowledge it. And it's like you keep, again, like we've said this saying 1,000 times, if you keep going down, sooner or later, the taxes are going to be due, okay? You're not avoiding it, okay? And I don't know if this particular instance is going to be enough to do anything, but there's going to be bigger names that this happens to the longer we go through this process. And if it doesn't change, it's just going to continue to happen. So
what will likely happen at some point that makes it a even bigger story than this is that a program gets way late on payments and kids essentially stage a walkout.
A walkout is what it's going to take.
Where they don't play.
Yeah, a walkout, and it's going to have to take a big game, right?
And it's going to take a Power 4 conference where a team doesn't play, and you got
a championship game or a playoff game coming.
Well, and you've got TV, and you've got people that have gambled on the game, and you've got all this stuff, and you've got chaos at this point. And at that point, people are going to go, okay, we got to do something. But that something is a complicated thing, and no one knows how to do it. And so it's not like smart people aren't trying to figure it out and aren't trying to come up with a way. They are. It's hard. There's a lot there when you completely change a model from one thing to another. There's a lot of complications. And they operated on this one model for years, decades, and now you're changing to this completely new model in a very short period of time, and it's complex.
Yep.
I giggle at the people sometimes who are like, "Oh, this is easy, just do this." Well, if it were that easy, they'd do it. Because I mean, believe me, I've met Greg Sankey more than a handful of times. He's an incredibly bright guy. There are a lot of incredibly bright people that are involved in this, and it's just complicated. There's a lot of moving pieces.
I agree. All right, Neal, tell me about life advice before we get our good guest picker in here. I got some life advice today.
Life advice is brought to you by Cole Walters of State Farm Insurance. Cole is licensed in auto, home, life, health, business, and pet insurance for the whole state of Georgia. Contact Cole at 706-525-7850. You can also find him online at colewaltersinsurance.com.
Neal, this life advice is going out to Georgia fan. Neal, this life advice is going out to Alabama fan.
Oh, goodness.
We're hitting 2 fan bases today.
Wow.
2 and only 2 fan bases today, okay? 2 and only 2. So this life advice only applies to you 2 fan bases. All right, Neal, we're going to start with the Alabama fan base. Neal, there's a game that's taking place at 6:30 p.m. in Bryant-Denny Stadium Saturday night. You got the Georgia Bulldogs traveling to Tuscaloosa.
I heard.
You heard. Big game.
That's what I heard.
Probably going to be a lot of people watching. I imagine pretty much everybody listening to our show right now will be watching this game. Alabama fan is going to be watching that game. And in that game in the fourth quarter, if it doesn't go your way and Georgia makes a play and Georgia finds the way to win the game late,
Fire DeBoer.
It's coming. I'm telling you, prepare yourself for this now. And I'm a believer, if you prepare yourself for that, it helps you, okay?
Nick Saban wouldn't have lost this
At about, say it's at 6:30, the game will be over about 10 o'clock, 10:15, And at about no sooner than that, all over social media, every show in America, every podcast is going to go, I told y'all Kalen DeBoer wasn't a guy for Alabama. Bring back Nick. How much money is he going to cost to bring back Nick? I told you Bear Bryant wouldn't have done this. Ray Perkins wouldn't have done this. I'm being loud on purpose. I apologize.
I know.
I don't know what's going on with the Crimson Tide. I tell you what, we don't play like this. We got to get a coach in there that knows how to win. And Nick Saban would have never lost that game. And the guy saying that is the same guy that's never been to a game, never donated $1, and just watches on TV and yells, Roll Tide! Roll Tide! Roll Tide! Take your headsets off, Neal. Let's go. I got the Red Dragon going, ready to go. All right, apologize. All right, so everybody there in the car that complains about the phone going off, that's for y'all. I did that actually on purpose, Neal. That was for you, by the way. I'm trying to take up for you on that one.
On the Georgia one, let's do it a little.
All right, now,
quieter.
Georgia fan.
Okay.
Georgia fan. Okay? Georgia fan. It's the fourth quarter. Things are not going to go your way. Alabama may win the game. And at about 10:15 or so, the dynasty is over. The run is over. Kirby Smart is finished. He can't do it with this. I told y'all that the Clark County Sheriff's Department was going to catch up with us. I told y'all the culture was bad. If we had better culture, we'd have won the game. If we didn't have so many damn kids going down the damn road driving so fast and reckless, we'd have won the damn game. I told y'all that shit was going to happen. I told y'all it's over. It is over. Fire Kirby Smart. He is not ready to be the coach at Georgia anymore. Fire him. It's over. It is over. So I'm telling y'all that's coming, and about one of the two fan bases is going to hear one of those two messages. Okay? So just prepare yourself in the event it's going to be okay. The sun is going to come up tomorrow. I think you're both going to the playoffs. And hell, to be honest with you, y'all better all chill out because there is actually a chance. I don't know how big of a chance. Hell, you may play each other 3 times this year. That's not unrealistic. You could play each other in the conference championship game and play each other again in the playoffs. So everybody take a deep breath, relax, play the game, enjoy the game.
I'm with Tupelo Reb. If I'm still awake on Saturday night when Georgia loses, I'm writing a column that says Lane Kiffin to Georgia column. Here's why.
Hey.
Get my clicks, baby.
I'm telling you, I'm not going to be surprised if clickbait doesn't come out. You watch. It's just, it's what happens.
Yeah, but it'll only come from the super emotional people. It won't be from anybody that's remotely reputable. No way.
Neal.
No way.
No, I'm not talking about that click. I'm just talking about the takes will be out there, even from the people who are – hey, I'm going to let you know right now. I predict, okay? Here's my prediction. Paul Feinbaum has both of these narratives written up. And he's like, all right, guys, if Alabama loses, we're going to pump the narrative, okay? If Georgia loses, we're doing this. His whole call-in show on Monday will be nothing but one of those 2 takes. His entire show will be built around one of those 2 takes.
Depending on how the game goes, maybe. I can see that. I mean,
one of the teams could lose in the 39th overtime. If Alabama lost in the 39th overtime, after a failed 2-point conversion, there's going to be Alabama fan going, I told y'all, he wasn't from the South. He don't understand it down here. Roll Tide. We got our guest in?
I'm nervous as I can be about the audio.
All right, we're going to try that. We're going to try it. She's probably going, what in the hell did I just do?
Campbell, can you hear us?
Hi. Yes.
Yes, yeah, that's what I was concerned about right here.
All right, hang on just a second.
Hold on, let me work on something because you can hear us though.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
All right. We're going to work on some audio issues. Well, I'll finish Campbell's going to sit there and be complete. Just put your earmuffs on, Campbell. You can't be hearing language like this. All right, so, but like if Georgia fan can lose to Alabama in the 39th overtime. It's not going to matter. It's over. The dynasty is over. All right. I'll keep talking. We're good. All right. Yeah, look, I try to tell y'all this red dragon is real, okay? The red dragon is it. It gets you right. And I'm not even done with it. I mean, we're halfway. I'm halfway through the can. It's real. It'll get your mind right. Yeah, the only way to make everybody know if it's a Connor in the chat says the game ends in a draw. Okay, if the game ends in a draw, they'll both be mad. You'll get both of them. You'll be ready to go. So Crash in the chat says they can hear her on the stream.
Oh, you can hear her on the stream?
Yeah.
All right, then let me try something.
That's helpful. Thank you very much for that.
All right, let's try it this way and see if they can still hear her. And I think we'll be able to hear her this way. Campbell, can you say hello?
Hello.
Yep.
Okay.
I can hear.
All right, we can hear her. Let's make sure they can still hear her.
All right, can y'all still hear her?
She said hello.
She said
let
hello.
us know if you heard her say hello.
I'll talk again so they can.
There you go.
There you go.
Yes, they can.
Okay, awesome.
All right, let's
awesome.
go.
I've this is a Band-Aid. I'm gonna, what all that I have to do when this is over is restart the whole system and everything will be perfectly fine. Which is the most maddening.
Neal, that's not true. Do you know what you have to do when this is over?
No.
You got to turn the page, Neal.
Turn the page.
You got to turn the page.
Turn the page.
All right.
I grew up in a middle-class home.
Did you?
Where the people cared about their lawns.
Did y'all? Let me ask you a serious question though. Did you have to sit down? Did you and Laura have to sit down at the table after you put the kids to bed?
Mm-hmm.
Go, Laura. I know we like cooking on the Blackstone on Sundays. I like that, but this week, because of inflation, I think we're going to go to Spam on the Blackstone.
We have done that. Yeah.
Okay.
It was painful.
All right. I'm sorry.
All right. This is my daughter, Campbell McCready. More people know Campbell as the 2-time champion on the Butcher versus the Spin Instructor.
You got to clarify that 2-time champ thing.
2-time. No, she won the competition 2 times.
No, I'm
2
talking
times.
about
It's a different
champ.
Different kind of champ. 2-time champ. She beat Greg Jones on the Butcher versus the Spin Instructor. Back in the day, she retired as a champion. She went out on top. And she's been replaced on that show by her younger sister, Caroline, who won the competition last season. So Campbell is going to pick my games for me on Make It Rain Thursday because I suck. And it's totally in my head, and I can't win. Campbell, listen, I'm gonna put you at ease for a moment. It's mathematically possible for you to do worse than I did last week, but barely. And so there's no pressure on you. If you go absolutely over, it's all right. I've already lost. It's done. There's no pressure on you. All that you can do here is just pull off an upset. You are walking into a game where everyone expects you to lose, and all that can possibly happen is that you end up making him feel pressure.
All right, so updating. Here we go. I forgot to do this on Monday.
Oh, and hey, Parker Sharon's in the chat. Parker, what's
Brinkley.
up?
Brinkley's in the chat too. That's why I'm laughing.
Brinkley's in the chat. We got a whole bunch of former.
I
Kyle
sent it to
Megas
my
at the
whole
University of
friend.
Arkansas.
All right, let's go. I apologize for.
Hi,
I'm
girls.
going to clean up my language since we have.
Remind me. Okay. I stopped the audio.
You stopped the audio file.
Brinkley's in the chat too.
All right, so we got Campbell back. Are we back? Let's see if we're back.
I'm still spinning.
Mine's trying to catch up.
All
right, we're back. All right, I'm resuming the audio file
now. Someone commented, I blame the women.
All right, I think I'm getting this thing right. Here we go. I'm still not back over here.
You're not back? Okay, we're back live. We're back on.
I know why.
We're back here. Yep. We're back here and Campbell's back. Yeah, they're blaming you, Campbell.
Right, I'm back.
Blaming women. That's what happens, You bring women into the show and everything goes to hell.
It's it's what happens. It's what happens. So, before we were so rudely interrupted by the ladies injuring our buffering system. All right, Neal is 12, 26, and 1, minus 11.35 units. I'm 20, 18, and 1, plus 2.45 units. So going into this week, Campbell, there is no pressure because Neal and the Proxies are down 13.8 units like 3 or 4 weeks into the season. So no pressure, none at all. It's time to go. We're going to start with college. All right. Campbell, can you hear me?
Yes, people are saying that audio is going in and out, though.
Yeah, they're saying my audio is going in and out, and I have no ability to fix this live. I'm just letting you know.
All right. Well,
So we'll have to keep this show. We'll have to keep the show really short because the audio, if it's not working, it's not. I can't fix it in real time.
okay. We will go. Is audio is glitching, but not the video weird. Yeah, we'll be all right. Tuning in from underwater. Love it. All right, Campbell, go ahead with your first pick. Who you got?
Okay. I'm gonna be honest, I'm not really sure if I'm doing this right.
We'll help you.
But it's the Oklahoma Auburn game.
Okay.
I'm picking Oklahoma.
Okay, so Oklahoma -2.5 is what that line is. Okay, Oklahoma -2.5. Neal and his proxies Campbell are down for Oklahoma -2.5 against the Auburn Tigers.
How much did you enjoy beating Hugh Freeze last week?
Me?
Yeah, you. How much did you enjoy beating Hugh Freeze last week? Your team beat him.
Oh yeah.
You're
great.
You're an Arkansas alum, right? You went to school. You're a lifetime already, a
Oh
lifetime
yeah,
alumni
yeah,
association.
yeah.
Yeah.
See, can you tell that I don't pay attention?
I can, but your team beat Hugh Freeze. So,
all right,
Oh, they said it's working now.
My first pick, Campbell. My first pick of the week. I'm going to start this bad boy off at 11 a.m. Okay, 11 a.m. in Oxford, Mississippi, Campbell. The Kentucky Wildcats are traveling to Oxford, Mississippi to take on the Rebels. Neal, did you hear that game starts at 11?
I heard. I'm so excited. I don't know what to do. You have no idea how excited I am. I mean, as the week has gone on, that 11 a.m. kick has made me just giddy.
Depending on what book you look at, the Rebels are favored by 17, 16.5, 18. That's all over the place. But that's not where I'm going. Give me the under at 53.5.
Really?
Going under 53.5. One of my favorite bets of the week. Give me the Kentucky Ole Miss under 53.5.
So what that means is he's saying that Kentucky and Ole Miss will combine to score fewer than 53 points. Like the final score will be he's gambling that the final score will be something like 24-23.
Okay.
If the two teams combine to score more than 53.5 points, he loses.
I think it's going to be, can I predict a final score in this game?
Why not?
31-10.
Oh, okay.
That's my prediction on the score. So there we go. I think it's something like that. 31-13. Like the number is close to right. I think Ole Miss gets in the 30s. I think Ole Miss is in the 30s. I do not think Kentucky can get to the 20s.
I'll just be honest. I think you're wrong on this one. So I'm
okay. That means I feel good about my bet. That means I'm fired up. It's a winner.
I think Ole Miss is getting into the high 30s by themselves.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe even into the 40s.
Okay.
Okay.
I still like the under.
Okay.
I really like it now that you like it.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
All right, Campbell, pick 2. Who you got?
Is it okay if I also go with the Ole Miss and Kentucky game?
Absolutely.
1,000%.
Whatever you want to do.
Okay, I picked Ole Miss. Am I supposed to say more than that? Like, what am I?
No, you're saying you think Ole Miss will cover the 17.5. You think Ole Miss wins?
Yes.
Is that what it is? You got.
Yes.
I don't have them pulled up.
Yeah, it's 7. It's actually 17 right now. So you think Ole Miss wins by more than 17 points?
Yes. I texted my
completely.
friend Ellen today, and I asked her what I should do, and she said she thinks I should go with Ole Miss. So that's what I'm doing.
So Neal is not only has the proxy, now the proxy has a proxy. We're tag teaming.
Hey, this is a group effort right now. And listen, I know Ellen, and Ellen's a pretty big football fan. So
she is.
She's
a big football fan.
I'm kind of feeling better about things knowing that this is Ellen's pick more than Campbell's pick. I love you, but understand.
Yeah, I texted Ellen. I said I need some help.
I agree. I think Ole Miss wins this.
I
think Ole Miss wins this game pretty big, but I think they score a lot of points, and I think Kentucky gets into the high teens, maybe even the low 20s here.
Okay. All right. I'm going to bounce around. I should have bounced my neck. I should have done this after your first pick, but I didn't because I'm scrambling over here. Neal, I'm also going to go with the Oklahoma Sooners are favored by 2.5 going into Jordan-Hare Stadium.
Yeah, we were talking about that.
I heard there was a game over there in Jordan-Hare Stadium. I think it's a 2:30 kick. Neal, the Oklahoma Sooners favored by 2.5. But that's not where I'm going. Give me the under 45.5 in the don't say you like it because then I'm going to lose the change. I'm going to change it before I put it in.
I actually love it.
Damn it. Damn it. Damn it. That's a loss for all you people out there. Go with the over. Give me the under 45.5.
I like the way under on that.
Yeah. Give me the under at 45.5.
All right, Campbell, you got your third pick ready to go?
Yep. I picked for the Virginia Tech and Miami game. I picked Miami.
Oh, that's tonight, right?
Friday
night. So you got Miami covering the 17.5?
Yes, according to Ellen.
Okay. See, you're giving out the credit away. You should keep the credit.
Well, and me, of course.
Okay, so we got we're going to Miami Hurricanes minus 17.5 at home on Friday night against the Hokies.
I don't like this Ellen person.
I love Ellen.
I don't like this Ellen person.
Ellen's awesome.
Does Ellen happen to work for the CIA or the Iranian government? Because I feel like she's been hacking my information and sending it to the wrong people. I don't know. I'm very concerned here.
All right, what you got, Tyler?
Well, I had that one.
Well, too late now.
Let me move on.
Said Kaio to dethrone Tyler.
Kaio. All right, Neal. There's a game in Houston, Texas. If Ellen picks this one, I got legit concerns about my future here.
Got a game in Houston?
Got a game in Houston.
All right, who we got?
The Iowa State Cyclones are favored by 14 points in Houston. Give me the Iowa State Cyclones all over the Houston Cougs Saturday in Houston, Texas. If Ellen has Iowa State, I got concerns. Does she have Iowa State by any chance?
Wait, say it again. Sorry, cut
You're
out.
good.
She wants to know if Ellen was picking Iowa State this week. Was that
No.
one of her picks?
No.
All right, I feel better.
Good.
I'm like, daggum Ellen. Ellen's is a hacker.
All right, Campbell, he's going with Iowa State. What's your fourth pick?
The Ohio State and Michigan State game.
Yeah.
I'm going with Ohio State.
Okay.
All right. I'm looking for
it was like 24 somewhere around there when I saw it.
What time's that game? I'm looking for a line on it.
I don't know the time. I did look at it. So I think it's like 24. It was, unless it's moved.
They usually play early. DraftKings is kind of all over the place with their picks this week. They don't have a lot of the games up. Either that or when we lost the power, it lost connection to half of it. All right, I'll look for it while you're making your fourth pick.
All right, my fourth pick. Neal, my fourth pick. The Georgia Bulldogs are traveling to Tuscaloosa.
Oh, you're diving into this ground. Okay.
All right. We just talked about Georgia fan and Alabama fan. And like I've been asked all week, hey, Tyler, who you picking? Who you picking? Georgia, Alabama, who you picking? Who you going with? Who you picking? Who you going with? Get asked every day. And Neal, I said, I'm going to save it for the show. I'm saving it for Make It Rain Thursday. And Neal, the official pick for Georgia, Alabama is give me the under 48.5. 48.5. I think this is a low-scoring game. I would be surprised if anybody gets to the 20s. If they get to the 20s, it'll be like 21-24. I think this is a low-scoring NFL fourth-quarter game. There's going to be field position played, no chances taken until the fourth quarter. I think both coaches are going to play a little bit conservative to the vest. I think Alabama has to find a running game, creating extra gaps, creating multiple formations, squeeze, and they create extra gaps by bringing squeeze. Personnel groups and motions. Give me the under at 48.5 in that game.
By the way, the Ohio State line is Ohio State minus 23.5.
23.5. Okay.
As of this moment.
Let me write that down.
23.5. All right, Caroline, Campbell. I talked to Caroline a lot yesterday. She's the producer at MPW Digital. We did a lot yesterday.
Well, let me tell you what I'm impressed with, because my CTE would be like erupting. If all of my children had the same, you got Carson, you got Caroline, you got Campbell, I'd be calling. I mean, my kids would never get called by the right name.
We really never did much of that, did we? I mean, I never did a lot of the.
I'm jealous. My CTE would be erupting.
All right, Campbell, what you got for pick 5?
Texas and Mississippi State game.
Yep, huge number here.
You're the only one
I'm
betting
gonna-
this game, by the way, but go ahead.
Okay. I mean, again, I don't know really what I'm doing. I'm going with Texas.
All right, so you're going to take Texas against Mississippi State,
Minus.
and the line
Today.
as of this moment, again, there it is 38.
38.
So you are predicting that Texas will beat Mississippi State by more than 38 points. And for the record, I think she's exactly right, which is congratulations to the Dogs. And I think Texas is going to roll over these guys. They're throwing a freshman quarterback into the mix in Austin, SEC opener for Texas. They're rolling. They got an open date next week. They don't have to take their foot off the gas too soon. This has 52-3 written all over it.
Okay.
You disagree?
I just don't touch big lines. I mean, dude, it could be Texas could pull everybody and they get a touchdown late and cover. I hate big lines. They could be winning. I mean, I don't know. I'm not touching. But more, hey, tell Ellen, congratulations.
All right, who you got?
Well, I'm not giving Ellen all the credit. I just asked for her assistance.
Okay,
my bad. I did this too.
My bad. Okay, my bad.
Oop.
All right, Neal, my last pick. My Washington State Cougs are traveling to Boise.
Yeah.
Boise is favored by 7.5. Neal, guess what?
It's not enough.
It's too much.
It's too much.
Give me the Washington State Cougars plus 7.5. You're giving me 7 and the hook. Give me 7.5 points with Washington State plus 7.5 at Boise.
All right. All right, Campbell, it is money line time. This is where you pick a underdog to win straight up.
Mm-hmm.
So we're looking for an underdog to win straight up.
I'm going with Arkansas.
Wow. I wondered if that's where we were going.
Hang on. I'm shocked.
I wondered if that's where we're going. Arkansas, as of this moment, is a plus 150 money line play.
All right, so it is required, just so you know, this is a McCready and Siskey requirement. It's kind of part of our show. If you pick Arkansas to win straight up, you must call the Hogs for us right here on the show. Can we get a call?
Y'all don't do
Hogs?
that.
No. I can't.
Well,
I
y'all
did it.
if you call the Hogs with me, I'll do it.
I'll do it. I will.
Okay,
I will do
the
it.
two of you are going to call the Hogs
Are you
together?
ready? I'll call the Hogs.
Are
Do you know how to do it?
Can we not?
I did it
let's
last
not
week.
do-
Yeah, but you didn't do the whole hog call. You got to do, if you're going to do it, do the whole damn thing.
I thought I did it
We're
last
gonna
week.
do
No,
the
you just did
whole
one
thing?
woo pig. You got to do woo pig, and then you got to woo pig again, then you got to woo pig.
Let's just do the. Let's do the. Just do the.
If
abbreviated
you're
version.
going to do it, do the whole thing.
Just
Okay,
do
let's do-
one.
Let's just do one.
No, we're going to do the whole thing.
Okay.
Okay, we all.
If you're going to
gotta do it.
call
We
the
all
Hogs,
gotta
call
do
the freaking Hogs.
I'll let her lead me. I'll follow Campbell's
it.
lead.
We all got to do it.
Okay.
I can't do it. They'd put that on video, and I'll never live it down.
Please do it.
I know better.
Please do it. It would be
We're
legendary.
all
on
gonna
your
do
board.
it.
I will watch you guys. I'll guide you through it.
All right.
The first one is woo pig,
Okay.
and then the second one is woo pig, and then the third one is woo pig, suey, Razorbacks. That's how you do it.
Okay. All right. Let's do it.
Campbell?
No, it's woo pig suey the whole time.
See, that's a defense of you because you actually don't even know how to call the Hogs.
Wait,
I
is
thought,
it?
hold on. I thought the first time that you guys do the woo pig, I don't think you go woo pig suey. You do suey the last time. You do woo pig, and then you do woo pig, and then you do woo pig suey Razorbacks.
People are saying you have
and
to
then
do
you'll
it
play
for
the
your
song that
kids.
dun 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 dun. I've heard it so many times.
Why am I forgetting how to do it?
I don't
for a second?
know. I'm
Parker
wondering
and
what
Brinkley, do you say woo pig suey every time? You do, right? Yeah, you go woo.
I'm so confused.
Pigs. No,
I'm so
at the
confused.
end of
My
the last
CTE
one,
is
you
acting
say
up.
Razorbacks. So
Yeah, the first one is. I'm telling you. I think I'm
no,
right on
I'm
this.
right. I'm right. It's woo pig suey, and then woo pig suey Razorbacks. That's what you say on the last one.
All right, let's do it.
I'm
not
right.
following your lead. We'll make up our own hog call. I'm following your lead. Go ahead.
Parker, is this right?
Parker said, "Come on, you know how to do it." I'm right. I went to school here.
Parker says no. That's not right.
What? Yes, you did. Oh no, Parker. What is it then? Type it out.
It's woo pig, and then it's woo pig again,
suey.
and then the last one's woo pig.
Oh,
suey,
Parker
and then
said
you do-
no. Parker said Campbell, you're right. That's what
Oh,
she said.
okay.
All right.
Well, there you go.
All right, let's go.
All
I went to
right, ready?
ULM. We didn't have a
So
a
it's
cheer.
woo pig suey, woo pig
Y'all
suey,
made me
woo pig
second
suey
guess
Razorbacks.
myself. Okay. Ready?
Yep.
Do it.
All right. Woo! Pig suey. Woo!
Pig
Pig
suey.
suey. Woo! Pig suey. Razorbacks.
There we go. Let's go.
Phenomenal.
Let's go. Hey, clap it up. Clap it up for Campbell. I love it.
All right.
All right. Neal, my money line pick.
Hey, at ULM, our cheer was just, I still have a pulse. Give me my degree.
Let's go.
That was it. You know,
Get in school, get a degree.
I can count to 3. Give me my degree. That was it.
Yeah. Alan in the Cooper Chevrolet chat says that you're a fake Arkansas fan, Neal.
I know. I could have sworn that there was no Suey till the last one. It's just
Not a real fan, Neal.
Shows you what I'm not.
Been trying to tell
I'm
y'all.
trying to tell people. I mean, there you go.
Been trying to tell y'all's ass. So stop asking. All right.
Yeah, I feel like Nick Saban
Yeah.
right now. I've been telling you this, so stop asking.
All right, here we go. My money line pick. I feel good about this one. This is probably the best I've felt about a money line pick in 2 years.
Okay.
Guaranteed to lose now. Neal, there is a game in South Bend, Indiana, and Notre Dame is hosting the Louisville Cardinals.
Yes.
Notre Dame is favored by 6.5. Give me the Louisville Cardinals outright to beat Notre Dame at plus 200. That's
Okay.
a double unit, plus
Wow.
6.5. Love the number. Love this one. I think Louisville outscores them.
Go Irish.
I don't think, all kidding aside, I don't think Notre Dame is explosive enough on offense to keep up with Louisville in this game. I think Louisville outscores them. I think in a relatively high scoring game, because I just don't think Notre Dame can keep pace with them. I'm taking Louisville to win outright.
All right, we go to the NFL now, and Campbell, I have to believe that here you are probably leaning heavily on some outside information with NFL.
No, actually, on no outside information.
Oh, wow. Well, this will be fascinating.
Let's go.
All right, let me ask this question for just background. I've known you for 23 years, going on 24.
Right,
I don't
pretty much, that's probably pretty accurate, right?
I don't think that I've ever seen you watch an NFL game. I'm pretty sure you don't know any NFL. Do you know any? Can you name?
She's playing fantasy this year, right? Or is that
Yeah,
North Carolina? Are you playing
No, I'm
fantasy
playing
too?
fantasy.
Oh wow, how's
Yes,
your team
that's
doing?
what my picks are based off of.
Oh, okay. How's your team doing?
I'm out of 20 people, so keep in mind this is a big league. I'm 10th, so I think that's pretty good.
Oh, you're middle of the pack. You're still in the race. Okay, well that's good.
And I'm right behind number 9 and 8.
That's usually where 10 is right behind 9.
Well,
and
I'm saying I'm
Well, then,
really
the Common
close,
Core,
like
6
that's true.
points.
In Common Core,
Common
you
Core,
count the
you gotta-
ones.
You got to carry, you got to write it out. And
These
Okay,
ones
enough.
want to play with
see
these
what,
ones.
Yeah, see what had happened was
I
is
was
the
saying-
9 identifies as a lion.
Yes.
Okay,
I'm-
the 9 identifies as a lion.
Oh my god.
The 8 likes to turn the page, and the 10 grew up in a middle class family.
He did.
Okay, I was saying I'm like 5 points away, not far away, and y'all had to make this a huge to do.
All right, Campbell, NFL pick number 1. What you got?
Also, Parker wanted me to mention that Brinkley is winning the league currently with absolutely no football knowledge. So, but my first pick is the Eagles. They're playing the Buccaneers.
Yes, they are. They are playing.
I'm
They're
picking the
favored by 2.5. Is that right?
Philadelphia is favored by 2 points. The Eagles are giving 2 at Tampa. So you're taking the Eagles and laying the 2 points.
Awesome.
Yep.
Okay. No A.J. Brown. No Devontae Smith. I know your quarterback is Jalen Hurts. Is that's where this pick is
That's
coming
why.
from?
Yes, that's why I picked him.
Love it.
All right. So she's going Eagles -2, Tyler.
Neal, I'm starting this out on Thursday night. I'm liking this pick because sooner or later I have to win a Thursday night game. I'm 20-18. I think I'm like 0-6 on Thursday and Friday nights. So sooner or later I have to hit one. Neal, tonight the Dallas Cowboys are traveling to New York. They're playing the Giants tonight. The Cowboys are favored by 6 points. And Campbell, guess what?
What?
It's not enough. Give me the Dallas Cowboys -6.
They usually murder the Giants. They just own the Giants.
Yeah, give
It's
me
probably-
the Cowboys
it's probably-
-6 tonight. against the Giants.
Probably a good pick. All right, Campbell, NFL pick number 2. What you got?
Vikings versus the Packers.
Okay.
I'm going with the Vikings.
Oh.
I'm
having, all kidding aside, I know you're picking it probably because fantasy. I'm literally confused. I mean, I get it's the home game in the NFL. Maybe they're thinking Jordan Love's going to try to play. It's wishy-washy. I mean, this line confuses me. It's a trap. I'm actually staying away from it personally. I want to take the Vikings, but I feel like I'm walking into a trap. So congratulations, you probably win.
So Campbell's taking Vikings +3 at Green Bay.
+3 now?
+3 at Green Bay.
Yeah, that's actually
the line as of this moment.
Which is crazy because that means I guess everybody sees it as a trap too. It keeps moving the other direction, which blows my mind. But anyway. All right, Neal, my second game. The New Orleans Aints. The New Orleans Aints. That's for Vibin, our good friend Vibin. He's big, and our good friend Chase. They're big Saints fans.
Both Saints fans, yep.
They're traveling to take on our GJG Atlanta Falcons.
Oh, yeah.
You know, I grew up. I know Campbell, this is hard for you to know, but I grew up an hour from Atlanta. I went to a Falcons game back at Fulton County Stadium, which is now a parking lot. You know, they went from Fulton County to the Georgia Dome, now the Georgia Dome to Mercedes-Benz.
Yep.
I grew up a big Falcons fan.
I did not know that.
So you grow up not liking the Saints. But this week, Neal, give me the New Orleans Saints +2.5. 2.5 going to Atlanta. Give me the 2.5 points on the road, taking the Saints +2.5.
It's an interesting game for sure. Very interesting game. I wonder whether Taysom Hill gets back. Because without Taysom Hill, they're not the same. They're not the same offense. That offense got pretty anemic without Hill. All right, Campbell, NFL pick number 3. What you got?
I also the Falcons and Saints game, but I'm taking the Falcons.
Oh,
there we go. So Campbell is taking the home favorite, the Atlanta Falcons -2.5.
So let me guess. You either got Kyle Pitts on your team or Bijan Robinson?
Kyle Pitts.
Kyle Pitts. Yeah. I knew it was one of the two. Who did you have on your team, Kyle Pitts or Bijan Robinson? All right, here we go. Neal, my third NFL pick. I love this pick. It's probably my favorite NFL pick of the week. The Pittsburgh Steelers are traveling to Indy to take on AR5 now, AR5 in the Indianapolis Colts. The problem with this game is AR5 is going to be breathing out of his ear hole by quarter number 2. Give me the Pittsburgh Steelers -2 on the road at Indianapolis.
All right.
My favorite pick of the week.
I like that pick too. Although sometimes teams that haven't lost yet take a road trip and they just lose. It's just NFL.
But defense travels, and AR-15, if he's not very accurate with the ball this week, it's going to be going the other direction because they're good. Pittsburgh is real on defense.
Agree, for sure. All right, Campbell, NFL pick number 4.
The Giants versus the Cowboys. I picked the Giants.
Oh,
wow.
She's going against the grain
twice. So now I have to watch this Thursday night game.
Yeah.
There goes my plans.
That's a 2. Hey, and so people don't know this. When you pick against, that's a 2-unit swing.
Yeah.
So like literally, if you hit the 2 that you picked, that's a 4-unit jump. Look at you.
So the New York Giants +5.
I see you, Campbell.
Is Campbell's 4th NFL pick. Giants
6.
Okay, +6.
Are you gonna give me? I'll take 5.
Well,
what is it now?
Well, the line, but we got to figure it out. The DraftKings line as of this moment is 5.
You pick it. I really don't care.
I don't care. You pick. I don't care.
Well, you know what I'm going to pick. I'm going to pick 5.
I mean, the line's 5.
All right. Cowboys -5, Giants +5, Cole. All right. I know you don't have this one, so I feel good about this one. The Washington Commanders.
Yeah, the 6 says Neal's playing sleep. My plan was absolutely to be asleep by halftime.
See what had happened was, all right, messing up your sleep schedule.
Big time.
The Washington Commanders.
By the way, Campbell, we set up the Nespresso last night, and I'm 2 Nespressos in today, and I'm ready to run through the walls.
Well, you don't need to have another today.
I'm caffeinated for hours.
Yeah, you need to be. I feel like they're like way stronger than the Keurigs. You probably need to be careful.
Yeah, I mean, this morning I had one of those, and normally I'm like still kind of sleepy, and I was like, "Let's go! What do we got?"
What we need to do is we need to put rain in the water with the water intake.
That's exactly what we need to do.
That would get you.
Oh,
By
By the
God,
way,
don't
did you see the? I sent this to you. One of our listeners, one of Kim sent this to me. You put rain.
Oh, the lake water.
The rain in with Miller
Monster.
Lite, and you make Monster
Called lake
or
water?
You call it any rain product. Put a rain product in with the Miller Lite. It's lake water. Have you tried?
No, I have not. But hey,
you should.
I will. We'll get a Diet Miller and we'll do that on the show. Hey, you know what that could be? That could be a post game show activity.
There
You know
go.
what I mean?
There
We
you
can do
go.
that on post game show.
Okay, awesome.
While if Auburn's not doing so great, while Jeffrey's going on one of his deals, I'll go make some lake water. How about that?
All right.
All right. So
If the Auburn's not going so great.
you know that's
Yeah.
that game is going to be on during the post.
Yes. So
And
you'll have plenty
every
of time.
time Auburn doesn't get a first down, Jeffrey's going to come in with a take.
If Auburn throws an interception, you can
Oh.
just go fix a lake water
Yeah,
and come back 45 minutes later, and he'll still be talking
if
about
Auburn gets sacked on a play in the middle of that game, I mean, we could be talking about it could be like a really close Ole Miss game, like
Yeah.
Ole Miss walk-off field goal and 97 overtimes, and right in the middle of conversation about the field goal, Auburn gets sacked. Jeffrey's going to go in on Hugh, and I can go fix dinner. I can go, fix a lake water, come back, and he'll still be on the same sack. All right, here we go. The Washington Commanders are traveling to Arizona. I actually think this is a game you will watch.
You're right. Of all the games on the slate,
That's
this
probably
is,
one of your
this
most
is-
interesting
This is
games.
the one that I'm probably most interested in watching.
You got Jaden Daniels traveling to play Kyler Murray in the Arizona Cardinals. Arizona's been playing really well. They did not score many points last week.
I don't
because
know why, but these are two of the quarterbacks in
They're fun.
football that I just cheer for.
They're fun.
I love Kyler Murray. I know that he's maddening,
Well, he looks like Mario running around there, like Luigi running around in the
but
back.
he's so
background.
fun to watch.
Yeah.
And then I love Jaden Daniels. I met Jaden Daniels in Nashville at SEC Media Days a year ago, and what a wonderful person. What a great kid. I'm not surprised at all that he's having the success that he had. He is such a neat kid, so charismatic, and then obviously he's a phenomenal football player. But dude's the whole package. I know everybody's worried about his frailness and stuff. I get it. I understand. But man, his ceiling is super high.
Yeah, agree. He's fun to watch. I will be watching this game because I'm betting on it. But I'm also watching this game because it's going to be entertaining. And how is a game entertaining in the NFL?
Lots of
Give
points.
me the Washington, Arizona over, because there's going to be lots of points scored. It will be entertaining. Give me over 50.5.
Okay.
Is that what you got it at?
It's got it at 50, but the
Same
half
thing.
point doesn't matter,
Yeah.
right?
Over 50.5.
All right.
I've already bet it, so that's why I'm going to do it.
All right, Campbell, your fifth and final NFL pick of the day is
Well, first, someone said if Neal makes a major comeback this week, will Tyler let her make any more picks?
Oh,
there's no rules against this.
I do not go against competition. I encourage competition.
Yeah, there's no rules
Okay.
against me outsourcing.
It's no fun to just blow
Maybe
people out.
I'll bring Ellen.
See, I'm
live.
unlike the schedule makers at Ole Miss that like 4 preseason games. I want to play to compete. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't play 4 games. I'm just like, I'm bored. I want to compete. I want to play good teams. So if you come back, let's go.
Who'd you say you bring back
All
next
right.
week?
I said Ellen. The people have asked for Ellen.
Oh,
They want
yeah.
Ellen.
Dude, if
Give the people what they want. I mean,
give them what let's go.
Lane Kiffin said that earlier this week. He's right. Give
them
the
what they want.
people what
The
the
people
people want.
People want Ellen. Let's go. We'll turn the page. We'll turn the
Yeah.
page. All right.
Okay, well, my last pick, it was the Titans and the Dolphins, and I went with the Titans.
Mm.
I have fantasy players, and then also I lived in Nashville for approximately 5.5 months. So,
All right, so he's
I
going
went-
Titans +1 at Miami.
Cole is now living in Nashville.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cole actually went to a game when they played the Jets.
You know what? I shouldn't even say it, but like on surface, that sounds like a bad pick, and then the more I think about it, I'm like, maybe.
You see what I got down right there at the bottom?
Yep.
I had it in my pool. I like the pick actually.
Dolphins.
What is
just look-
what's baby Scoops?
they're talking about you.
So Scoops is his nickname.
is the nickname people tried to throw at me that I refuse to accept, and they're referring to you as
Baby
since
Scoops.
You're
Since
my
you're-
offspring.
Since you are one of the results of the world championship conquerors that he's had, you are now Baby Scoops. Did you know that your
Okay.
dad's a 3-time world champ? I probably shouldn't. That's probably dark.
Come on.
I'm
I don't
sorry.
want to
I
know
wanna
what
think
this is
about that.
about. I don't want to know what it's about.
No, you
You
don't.
don't. You don't. You don't.
Okay.
Don't read the chat now either. Keep your eyes up off the chat. Keep your eyes up off the chat. You don't want to know.
Someone
All right.
asked live or lived in Nashville. I lived in Nashville and I moved back to Arkansas.
That's right. That's why she was so
Because
great
I-
at calling the Hogs. She's getting more practice at
Yeah.
calling the Hogs.
I hated
All
my
right,
life. in
Neal.
Nashville.
Neal, my last pick. Campbell and Ellen. So Neal, Campbell, and
And-
Ellen and all proxies. My final pick. I'm taking this bad boy all the way to Sunday night.
Okay.
The Buffalo Bills are traveling to the Baltimore Ravens.
Oh,
And what-
This is an interesting game.
Great game. And
'Cause
by the way,
Buffalo right now looks like the Super Bowl champs.
who did the Ravens piss off in the scheduling office? I mean, they've just been
On the flip side, though, you get it over with.
you get it over with. They have started off rough with a rough schedule. They look like world beaters for the first 3.5 quarters against the Cowboys. Look like the Ravens that you thought.
They did.
But you know who else is looking like world beaters?
The Bills.
The Bills. The Ravens are favored by 2.5 points. Is it still there? 2.5? I looked at it this last night,
Let's
actually.
see. It's, well, hold on. I'm looking.
It should be like the third to last NFL game.
Yeah,
Sunday
no.
night.
Hold on. They've got it all screwed up.
It's all right.
DraftKings does.
We'll do it while we go. I got them at 2.5 points. It's not going to move much more than that. And it's not going to change my pick.
All right, here we go. It's Buffalo at 2.5.
The Ravens
They
are,
had reverted all of a sudden back to week 1. I was like, wait, what?
Yeah.
Go ahead. Sorry.
the Ravens are favored by 2.5 points in this game. Give me the Buffalo Bills plus 2.5 on the road to stay undefeated on Sunday night. So I'm going with the Bills plus 2.5.
Wow. All right. That's great stuff. Campbell, fantastic job by you. Hopefully you make up some ground for me. I'll be most grateful. And in the event that you don't lose an ounce of sleep over it. It just is what it is.
I'm not.
Sometimes you just have a bad year, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
Don't read the chat either. Don't read the chat.
Well, they're not really saying anything besides.
Well, I haven't looked. I just know our audience. So just be careful about reading the chat.
What do you
Someone
have planned
said
for the weekend?
What do I have planned? Nothing. I'm teaching at Plank. That's the fitness studio I teach at, and that's literally it. So, hanging out with Brock, just hanging out at home.
All right. You gonna watch the game?
Sure.
Does it feel weird for you not to be going to Dallas after going to Dallas all these years?
Honestly, no. It was a little bit of a too chaotic trip to plan. Parker in the chat handled reserving the party bus every year for about 25 of us. And I think she's just as grateful to not have to figure that out. So no complaints.
Well, y'all have fun up in Springdale this weekend. Love you. Appreciate you doing this.
Thank you, Campbell.
Love you.
Tell
Bye,
Ellen that
Tyler.
I'm here. I'm watching
She
Ellen.
just said, y'all send me the calendar invite and I'm ready to go.
All right, Ellen, we'll make that happen, baby.
2:30 next Thursday. It's locked.
That's when it'll be.
2:30 next Thursday.
2:30 on Thursday. All right, sweetie. Love you.
Bye. Love you.
All right, real quick, Neal, before we get out, I want to go over the other games I liked in college. The only other I did like in the NFL, I did like the Titans +1, and I did like this. I like the Seahawks +3.5 at Detroit. I like that's a big hook for me. I like the one field goal there. And then college-wise, I'm going my personal bets. What I'm also going to bet is I'm taking Miami minus. I got it 19 or whatever the hell it is. I like the Miami bet she had. I'm not going to get suckered in. I'm probably, and I've had people send me the stats and all that stuff about BYU at home versus BYU on the road. I think BYU is a better team than Baylor. I'm going to take BYU on the road plus the points, or I may even do money line on that one. This +145 money line. I actually like Texas A&M to cover against Arkansas. And I think I picked the rest of them. Those are only two other ones I had on that one. There you go.
I don't even know what I'd pick. I mean, I could look at it and tell you something jumped out off the page, but I haven't looked at it. I do like the Iowa State pick a lot. I think they could go roll. Sometimes they get a little funky when they're away from Ames.
Not these. They've been playing extremely well. Just Houston can't score, and Iowa State's good on defense. And they got a good quarterback. Receivers are good. I think they got a very complete team. And I said this the other day after watching them play so many. Like I don't think they're going to be able to.
Oh.
I don't think they're going to be able to. I wouldn't be surprised if they're the representative of the Big 12. Like I think they're a legit threat to win the Big 12.
All right, we got a couple of super chats.
Okay.
Austin Blancett said, "What does Neal dread more, Talladega or 7:30 kickoffs? 7:30 kickoffs." Yeah, it's hard to explain like how much those deals screw you up as a reporter and stuff. So 7:30 kick, a game lasts minimum 3.5 hours. You're 11 o'clock getting done, right?
Yep.
With the game. 7:30 kicks, 11 o'clock ends. If it's at home post game, it takes forever. If it's a road post game, it's pretty fast because everybody's in a hurry to roll. You know,
everybody's gonna get on plane.
If it's a home post game, it's 45 minutes before you're finished interviewing. If it's a road post game, you get done 20 minutes. You're pretty quick.
Yeah.
But so make it a home game. 11:45. Now I got to go write. You're not done writing until 1:15. If you're doing a post-game appearance with Chase and them, that's another 30 minutes.
If Auburn loses, it's another 2 hours and 30 minutes.
If it's Auburn loses, you're still going on Tuesday. But if in this case Auburn won, War Eagle, and by the time you get back home, it's 2:30 in the morning. You're wired as hell. You go to sleep at 3:30. Your body clock wakes you up at 6:30 anyway, and then I've got to work. I've got a day full of work, and you wake up Monday and you're like, "Zonked," and it's Monday, and you're like, everybody wants to. You got to do stuff, and you got press conferences, and that's why it's. I get why fans love it. I'm with you, except I'm not with you. You know what I mean? You guys are out in the stands. And you're in the
You would like it too if you were out drinking and partying in the Grove.
Yeah.
But that's not what you do.
Well, like, for example, I'm going to Kyo Dad's weekend.
Yeah.
It's the weekend Ole Miss's open date.
Yeah.
The first open date. And who's Arkansas playing? LSU, I think.
Are you gonna learn how to call the Hogs properly between now and then?
I guess so. I always thought I kind of knew how to do it, but you can tell I haven't been doing it.
I was literally, that was probably the funniest part of the show, is watching y'all argue back and forth
about
that was
here I am arguing with an Arkansas grad. You would think I'd be like, okay, you guys got it right. I don't know. But I was like, no, that's not how you do it. I would have sworn it was the woo pig. You don't say suey till the end.
Yeah. I
used to think you said pig the first time, then suey the second time, and then added the Razorbacks the third time.
That's how I feel like when the way Campbell felt right there, that's how I feel when people are arguing me about wide receiver play. That's how I feel. So I understand.
But so the 11 a.m. game, here's why I love it. I mean, I'll explain it to you. I told you this. People ask, why do you like early games? So here's my Saturday. You care to hear this at all?
Do I care? I'm all here. I'm all ears.
I'm going to get to the Pavilion parking lot at 8 a.m. Saturday morning.
Okay. I'm
going to have a big cup of coffee.
No, you're not. You're going to have a small espresso.
Oh, I might have a small espresso. And I probably will take a rain with me. No joke. I'm going to slip a rain in my bag. I'm going to go to the game. I'm going to work basketball. We have basketball media op in like 3 hours. I'm going to do basketball stuff from 8 till about 10:30.
Okay.
I'll be basically finished with it by then. I'll get up, walk around, stretch my legs a little bit. Kickoff's at 11. Game's going to end 2:30. So Lane and all of them, they'll be done by 3:15. I'll be done writing by 4:30. I'll come on the show 30 minutes. 5 o'clock, I'll leave the stadium. My day done at 5 o'clock. I'll get home. I'll be home in plenty of time to like see what are the 2:30, 3 o'clock games? That's
Auburn,
Arkansas.
Auburn, Arkansas, and I think that's it.
Yeah. So yeah, Auburn, Oklahoma, Arkansas, Texas A&M. I'll be able to turn those games on, watch probably the fourth quarters of those games, And then I'll be able to watch Alabama, Georgia,
The whole time.
Illinois,
Penn State.
Penn State. I'll turn those games on. I'll be able to drink, have a little something, chill out, relax.
Enjoy your nice Saturday
And it'll be great. And when those games end, I'll be night. It'll be awesome.
It's the same reason that coaches like morning games.
100%. And I totally get why fans love it that way, but I don't get to enjoy it that way. And so at some point, you just got to go, hey, it's all about me.
If you work here's the greatest way if you have anything you do for a living touches the football game, if you're working during the football game, all those people will love morning games. If you don't work, anything doesn't involve around that, then you don't like them. So it's kind of like a impasse. So, but yeah, I'm 100% in agreement with you there.
So that's why. I mean, yeah, it's Jay Robertson. Thank you so much for the super chat as well. It's why I'm I mean, I joke about it, and yet at the same time, I'm like, that would be awesome. When what's his face Rule said, football, kegs and beer, kegs and eggs,
kegs and eggs,
and he's like 9 a.m. kicks, and I was like, oh, that would be amazing. Now I get why fans would be like, we are protesting, we're burning down stadiums, but yeah, it's nice to get that. Like I'll tell you, like next week, Ole Miss plays at South Carolina.
What time's that kick?
It's a 3:30 Eastern, 2:30 Central.
They got fortunate on that one.
So yeah, and from a football standpoint, the football team was thrilled, I'm sure, because that place gets rowdy.
They won't play there at nighttime.
But for me, I have a 6 a.m. flight the next morning back, and I was thinking, man, if that's a night game, I'm just gonna stay up and go to the airport. Screw it,
dude. You could probably drive back.
I'm flying.
Oh, okay.
Because I need to. I couldn't risk it because I got to get.
You had
back
to get the ticket before the TV towns was announced.
Yeah. So
yeah,
I get back into Memphis like at 10:15. No, before that. I get back into Memphis like at 8:30. I'll be home 10 o'clock.
Daniel in the Cooper Chevrolet chat says, does Tyler think South Alabama will cover Saturday? I'm not touching the game, but if I did, I would take South Alabama to cover. It was at 21 and a hook, and that was tempting. I think it's since dropped below 21 or under. I think there's going to be a lot of points scored in this game. LSU's going to be struggling a little bit on defense, and they're trying to get to the bye week and all that stuff with personnel and everything else. And South Alabama can score, but it's still SEC athletes versus Sun Belt athletes, no matter any way you want to shake it. So, but if I did touch that game, I would take South Alabama and the points.
It's a bunch of points.
Yeah.
And LSU has a bye week, and they're a little beat up. Yeah. They might, if they feel like they got a hold on it, they might just kind of say, hey, let's. They got some stuff they got to fix before Ole Miss comes to town in 2 weeks.
Yeah, at 21 and a hook, I would be tempted to take it. I'm not going to mess with it, but I would be tempted to take it. So that's all I got, dog.
Forgot to mention, by the way, I could have asked Campbell, but I know that her answer would have been no, I have not.
We can't have them make it rain Thursday and not be juiced up.
So
talk about what are you know what I was thinking, Neal? It's going to be raining this weekend. It's going to be It's going to be hard. Oh, is it
here?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we're in the flood zone, dog.
On Saturday?
All day, Friday and Saturday. Saturday morning.
Oh.
Like the kick may be affected by, not at time, but it's likely to be raining in the morning on Saturday.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Huh.
So smoking on the Traeger. I don't like to do that in the rain. So you know what I'm thinking about doing?
Pizza?
No.
Oh, you know what you could do?
Tell me.
All right, here's the question first. I assume you've had Wendy's nuggets dipped in sauce.
Oh, I have. I do. Yeah, they got great chicken nuggets.
All right, but have you had them covered in sauce?
Dude, now that's a thought.
Well, it's like I was telling a couple of my friends over in East Alabama earlier in the week. Wendy's new saucy nugs take the crispy and spicy nugs you love and turn them up to 11.
No shit.
Choose between flavors like buffalo, honey barbecue, garlic parm, or if you're a real heat seeker, try spicy ghost pepper. Only on Wendy's signature spicy nugs.
No diddy.
I dare you. No. That's 7 delicious ways to try the nugs you already love. Pick a flavor, grab some extra napkins, prepare to nug like you've never, ever nugged before. For a whole new way to nug, it's got to be Wendy's at participating U.S. Wendy's.
And Neal, you know what? In the event that you're living on the Florida coast and you're trying to collect that insurance payment, and you just happen to go out, I know guys. I lived on the coast for a long time, and one of those things that a lot of the people down at the coast do is when they want a new boat. Do you know what they do? They go. They go and then when they know a hurricane's coming, they know they're hitting storm surge. They may go out there and just accidentally loosen up the ropes on the old tide. Hope the old boat goes away so they get that insurance check. In the event that you're one of those guys,
in the event that you're committing insurance fraud.
in the event that you're doing that, and I know it has happened, allegedly. Go see our good friends. Once you get that big check in, go see your good friends at PTG Outdoors because they are a Camus boats dealer, Neal. They do both fresh and saltwater boats. They sell and service Mercury outboards. They do custom marine electronic installations with Garmin, Humminbird, and Low Ranch products. You can get all of your fishing needs. So if you're on your front porch and you can go fishing this weekend off your front porch because of the storm surge, call our good friends at PTG Outdoors. Go to ptgoutdoors.com and you can get all of your fishing needs right there. Call them at 662-459-9311. ptgoutdoors.com.
Thanks again to Campbell McCready for her time on the show. Really appreciate her. We will be back on Monday with another edition of McCready and Siskey, powered by our friends at Rain Total Body Fuel. Don't forget, Rain's awesome. 300 milligrams of natural caffeine, BCAAs, electrolytes, zero sugar. It's got what you need to push the limits and achieve all of your goals. So check them out on Instagram at Rain Body Fuel to learn more. Lots of programming coming your way today at MPW Digital. So hope you spend your Thursday with us. We'll be live for Hand Raised Guys probably around 5:30, presented by Comer and Southern. So until then, for Tyler, I'm Neal. Take care.